majority of females, and I'm not saying you're a female, you're a woman, I'm not speaking directly towards you, but at the same time, I'm also addressing your point. See, that's what I'm talking about. You don't like how the men are coming at you and how they're approaching the situation. But I don't see any women or any woman doing any chivalrous thing for the man. Why is it one-sided? Please tell me why. How are you gonna see? This is what I'm talking. This is what pisses me off. The man is approaching. He could be approaching you the best way he know how. The best way he know how, and it's not good enough. And then y'all females got the audacity to complain when you don't do shit. You can't have it both ways. So a lot of you women have shot yourselves in the foot. And tell me why the father will not be there. Where did broken homes come from? Now, referring to what you said, that you were been divorced for some time and up amount of months, almost a year. Did you learn from your failed marriage? What did you do here? Because obviously, anybody that gets divorced and I come from a divorced family. Obviously, the male and the female was lying. Somebody was lying. That means that other person, that particular person, and not to be sexist here, but it's usually the female. And I'm not assuming for your situation, but I'm just assuming from what I have observed and what I've lived through growing up, is that the female, married up, and she didn't like the guy because she didn't get to know him for who he was. She didn't know what the date was. She just went on what I said: looks, stats, money, and pure pressure from the family, because what he had. It was about money. It was about what he had. But yet these females talk about strong and independence. But you marry up and you're strong and independent. Why are you just focus on our finances? What happened to a person's heart and soul?
So I asked him, well, what are your stats? I mean, what's going on? So he says, well, I'm 30 years old. I work for a living. I have no kids, and he's an attractive guy. So I asked him, I said, well, what kind of problems are you running into when you're out meeting these women? And he says, well, I meet a lot of women that are looking for financial security, a lot of gold diggers, hoes, tricks, women that basically are like, open up your wallet, bruh, let me see how much money you're working with. So I can understand his pain. That's hard to deal with, because most women of today can do for themselves. Take me, for example. I work for myself. I make my own living. Nobody pays my bills but Ann Vu. Every check that goes out for my utilities, mortgage, whatever, it's written by Ann Vu. So for me, personally, whoever comes into my life is either going to have to be on the same level as me or make more than me. He's going to have to be an addition to my life. I'm not a gold digger, but I'm not going to take care of somebody at the same time.
Why are serial killers always seem to focus on women more than men? I mean, yes, there's been some serial killers that's killed men, but you'd have to say 90% of anybody that was classified as a serial killer killed a woman. One guy in court killed 48 women himself. Well, I think I know the reason that serial killers end up focusing on women. Because women bring this on to themselves. They actually create the guy to kill him. And they are too dense to see that they're creating the guy to kill him. How do I say this? What do I mean by this? Well, what I mean by this is women are so picky, so choosy, that when it comes to dating scene or being with somebody, that first look is over with for most guys, unless the guy's hot looking, certain size, loaded with money. She don't want anything to do with him. First look is over with. 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 But yes, she has all the say-so. She never goes without. Even a fat, ugly woman gets a guy. Why? Because a guy has more of a heart than a woman ever had. This guy has more of a heart than a woman ever had. This guy has more of a heart than a woman ever had. This guy has more of a heart than a woman ever had. This guy has more of a heart than a woman ever had. Because the guy's not so picky. Yes, there's guys that stereotype about women. I'm not saying guys don't. But I'm saying women make guys look like minute compared to what women do. Because women are so picky that... And then a person, they have no control over what they're going to look like. They have no control over how tall they're going to be. They have no say-so in that. A person's going to be forced into being alone for 15, 20 years, 30 years, and never have nobody in their life. Don't matter how well they dress up. Don't matter what they do. Don't matter how nice, how polite they are. First 2 seconds they meet somebody, they're stereotyped out, and that person don't even want to know them, and that's a woman doing that to a guy. And this happens to this guy year after year after year. It's like when I made my trip over to the Philippines, I met 5 guys in one trip and back. They're all American. And our stories are the same. They've been through the exact same things I've been through with women. Well, that's not a coincidence. Women are purposely, willingly, and knowingly forcing guys into loneliness. And walking around with their heads all high because they know they'll never be alone. It's like one woman told me, "Oh, good luck, you can be alone for years. Nobody wants somebody like you. You're too short." I mean, what kind of statement was that? If that came out of a woman's mouth to me. Okay, another woman. You put her up in your home, you feed her ass, give her a roof over her head, pay her fines, keep her out of jail, help her find a job, get her a job, take her to and from work, and go to work yourself, and then one day when she's off of work and she's staying at home in your house, and a friend stops by and says, "Oh, you must be Bill's new girlfriend." First thing she said was, "Ew, I wouldn't give him the time of day." What was that? See? How's that supposed to make a person feel? Then you women want to complain when a guy flips out and kills you? Well, you know, a guy like that, if he wanted to have a one-night stand, you know how he'd get it? Get a gun out and force it. Because he couldn't get it any other way. He spent his whole life trying to get just one person in his life, and he couldn't get one person in his life. But every time he watches TV, every time he goes to the store, what does he see? He sees a guy with a girl. He sees people having a life. He sees a movie, the girl always is blah, 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 and the guy has a girl. Somebody always has somebody. He goes outside, he sees it at the store. He sees people getting married. He looks, the guy's halfway decent looking. He wasn't fortunate enough to look like that guy. He wasn't fortunate enough to be as tall as that guy, or as loaded with money as that guy. And so then you women deny him a life, and deny him a life, year after year after year, and there's hundreds of guys you women are doing this to. And then one of the guys flips out, goes over the edge, and just like me, watching a show the one day, it was like Forensic Files and seeing a woman killed. Wow, inside I felt happy. It was like, huh, that's crazy. I shouldn't be happy because this girl gets killed. But I was. And I know why I was happy. I thought about it a while. It's not that I'm going to go out and do it, but I know why I was happy. I was happy because it felt good to see a woman get killed. And why did it feel good to see a woman get killed? Well, they denied me my life all them years. They're denying these other guys their life for no reason at all. We didn't do anything to you, but we're not allowed to have a life because you deny us that. So now the guy flips out and he kills the woman, and just like she denied him a life, he's denying her life. He takes her life literally. She's actually better off being dead. Why? Because he gets to suffer. He gets to go home, still be alone. Still be alone. Still be alone. Cry, feel all the emotions. You know, the emotions and feelings you women don't think guys have. You know, when you say you're just a guy, you don't have feelings, you don't have emotions. Are you inside a guy's body? No, you're not. How was a guy born? Did he fall out your hull? Yes, he did. Wasn't he just as human as you? Yes, he was. Did he have all the same feelings and emotions you did? Yes, he did. But you women think a guy don't. Where you get off thinking a guy don't, it's beyond me. I know what it is. It's propaganda. The TV set taught you this from the time you were a little kid. Just like when they taught you in school, boys don't hit a girl, boys don't hit a girl. And so then the guy and the girl grows up, and the girl's over here beating the shit out of the fucking guy. They team up on, oh, you can't hit us because we're a girl. That's wrong. It should be taught in school that neither one hated either one. But no, you don't do that. You're all one-sided. You're going to teach the guy can't hit the girl, but you're going to think because you're a girl you have the right to hit the guy. Then you can't figure out why a guy'd flip out and go over the edge and kill you. Use your heads. Everybody's a human. Everybody deserves somebody. God did say He put women on this earth with man so everybody would have a mate. And now you women, just like Eve did, she picked the apple and God said not to, so what do you women do? You run over there and pick the apple? Well, now what are you doing? You're destroying it. God said everybody will have a mate. What did you do? You made sure not everybody will have a mate, didn't you?